As we were shooting Attention Span, we'd be looking for inspiration from other places, and a few members of the group had been watching Flight of the Conchords, and we were all sort of huge fans of that show.
Whoa! Be careful.
We were shooting till goodness knows what hour in the morning, 4 a.m. or something, and agreed to meet for breakfast the next day.
Wow! Is this some sort of behind-the-scenes footage? Is it?
It is.
For the DVD, is it?
Breakfast being, whenever we got up in the afternoon.
Well, we're setting up a green screen to be able to do our Flight of the Conchords blatant rip-off.
Kevin came in and showed us how to light his green screen, and everybody helped set it up.
We were going to meet at Smitty's, and we're greeted by this friendly guy that says hello in an Australian accent.
G'day guys, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And Matt and I both look at each other.
Drop me. What? You looked at me.
They met somehow and they started talking about it. He was Australian, it worked for Concord, so here he was.
Right there in the restaurant, we pitch him on if he wants to be an Attention Span.
Yeah, well, that's my director, I was just trying to get them into character, and I didn't even really think about what was coming out of my mouth, and I ended up telling one to walk like a lost puppy.
Okay.
It's lost puppy and jazzy legs. and Matt to walk with jazzy legs, because that's how they looked like they were walking to me, so.
Not true, Brit. Do you mind? Fuck! Go from...
McKinnon's really great at getting into character, and he just had such a good accent.
Why wouldn't he just say cocaine? Went out and spent all this money on 8 balls. I mean...
Yeah, the wig was a huge part. I will admit to that. The wig was huge.
Jesus, man.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Be careful.
We had The Office with Murray, who was McKinnon, Matt's roommate, just the unofficial 11th member of First Run. But the Office scene was pretty impressive. It was vinyl flooring glued to foam core, stood up on 90 degrees. For the opening sequence, there was a green screen.
The Flight of the Conchords song was written by me, and that was a long night.
I like the way you move. I like the way I move. Brett likes the way you groove. Brett likes the way I groove.
It's not that I think about doing it, it's just something that kind of happens. Like, I always hear music. I'll always hear different melodies. I've always got groups going through my head, and it's just a matter of, I guess, stopping and hearing them.
You're a hottie. The things we do to you would probably scare you. Sorry.
I guess the same way you come up with any idea, or wouldn't it be cool if we could do that? Or it's not any different. It's just notes instead of dialogue, I guess.
To be in school, in the studio, about 30 feet away from her tiny little locked room that she's in at 4 in the morning, hearing her just belting this song out.
Too late. So
It's love. That's definitely love.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like, everybody did do everything. Like, with Attention Span, it would have been completely impossible. Like, that's one word that I use very cautiously, is impossible, but it would have been impossible to have one person do one job on Attention Span.
The audio guys started coming up and offering their help. Donnie, man, what the hell would have done without Donnie?
I'll tell you why. It's because of...
I mean, let's face it, we're not audio students. I play music, I'm not an audio student.
I think we impressed a lot of people. I really do think we impressed a lot of people with Attention Span.
Get the fuck out of my scene.
Shit, you guys fuck up.
The pressure of the whole thing was crazy. I don't think any of us really knew what we were getting into.
you don't really have time to actually sit back and go, man, this is cool. Like, look at everything that we're doing. Like, you kind of do, but we all did it. And we were walking zombies in the school. I think every other department, every other, thought we were crazy. God, those film students, man, they're here all the time. You know, yeah, we were.
I don't know, yeah, it was crazy. It was on the fly, and people just pulled together and did it, and put in long hours, and didn't sleep, and did a good job. Like, I don't know, I'm impressed with how people can just do it and make it work, so.
So all the things that we learned on set, you can't teach that. Sitting in a classroom, right? You can't teach people how to problem solve on the spot. You know?
We did it, and you're still breathing.
I know what's possible to do with a little bit of effort, okay, a lot of effort, and gung-ho people that love the work, that love the job, that love making movies. So I knew it was possible for something like this to happen, but I don't think that I knew that it would be as successful or received quite as well as it was. So it's really pleasing to see Attention Span become what it's become.
Bow. I have no dignity left. My last dignity went out with the bow.